Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's had a great evening and slept well last night, staying safe as usual. So this morning, I'm going to make a 3-egg omelet. I'm gonna put a lot of different vegetables in it, but the thing about the vegetables is we want to get those cooked up a little bit first because they're not going to cook while the egg's cooking. The egg's going to cook too fast. So we want to go ahead and get them cooked up first. We're also going to put some meat in there. We're going to put some bacon. This is Japanese bacon. It's a little bit different than American bacon. It doesn't have the same flavor, but it's still going to give me the meat that I'm looking for. So I'm going to take that first and chop that up and get that started in the pan. And I'll be using my rice bowl here or actually I'm going to use this bowl to put my vegetables in. And then I'll use my rice bowl to beat my eggs later on in. And then I'll plate it up on a plate to eat it. So we're going to start with the bacon first because that'll get us some oil in there for the others. And while the bacon's frying up, we can prepare our green pepper and onion to go in next. Then we'll want to put our tomatoes in. I got some Japanese cherry tomatoes yesterday. They actually look really good. So I'll take the tops off of those and then cut them up a little bit and just throw them in there to get them started. But first things I want to get in is the bacon, the onion, and the green pepper. And the mushrooms and tomatoes will come later because they cook a lot quicker. So again, this time I'm using Japanese bacon. It's not the same as American bacon by any means, but it'll still serve the function that I'm looking for. I hope everybody's been enjoying my videos. I've been enjoying making them. It's been a trying time for everybody, I know, but this is allowing me to do something to at least pass some time as I continue to observe the request to shelter in place. I say request because they really can't order me to do anything. But that doesn't change the fact that I have a responsibility to my fellow humans to do what's right. I think a lot of you will understand that and appreciate that. I hope you do. I'm going to break it apart. I'm going to break apart too as I start cooking it and mixing it, but we're just going to break it apart and give it a little better chance here. And of course we're going to switch our cutting boards because again we don't like cross-contamination. So I'm going to throw this cutting board in here and wash this knife real quick so I can use it in my vegetables. Soap in there. Yes. As I've talked before, big on trying to avoid cross-contamination as we cook. Just good cooking practice. Any of you have ever had a food handler's license or anything like that, that's one of the things they talk about in those classes is not cross-contaminating. So you can see we've already got some heat in our stove. The bacon's starting to change color there. And again, we're just going to cook this stuff up so that when we go to put it with our egg, and we actually make the omelet, that it's already done, because it's not going to cook, because the egg's going to cook really quick. So we don't need a lot of onion in it, because this is only a small omelet, not really small, but only cooking for myself, so I don't need a whole lot of the vegetables. Alright. So we'll get this stuff cut up. I hear the bacon already frying up, that's good. Again, since we're going to be using a lot of different vegetables in here, we don't necessarily need to put a whole lot in. We just want to try to get those flavors in. And the more we put in there, the more difficult it's going to be in the end. Again, another one of my Japanese green peppers. Just turn that bacon down. It's starting to go a little too hot. Get these seeds out of here. We'll those, clean them out. And we'll rinse it out too. I guess I should speak up a little better. I'm sorry if you're having a hard time hearing me this morning. Rinse those seeds off. what's left of them. Again, you can use whole strips if you want. Sometimes it's easier just to use a whole strip of bacon, or 2 or 3 whole strips of bacon when you put it in there. So get our peppers cut up. Stir the bacon again. I'm going to go ahead, the bacon's starting to come up to get done. I'm going to go ahead and put my, see it's starting to fry up already. I'm going to go ahead and put my onions and peppers in there right now. And then we'll get working on getting a few tomatoes cut up and some mushrooms cut up. Let's get those in there to cook down. See, it doesn't take a whole lot, because again, it's only going to be one omelet that we're making. So these cute little Japanese tomatoes, I don't know, we'll probably put, yeah, should be enough. The rest of them will give me a little bit of something to eat, to snack on later on, maybe cook with another meal. So, I hate to disappoint people, but I won't be doing an episode tonight for dinner because I have leftovers that I need to eat. And I don't want the food to go to waste. So I will be not doing an episode this evening or this afternoon. Instead, I will be enjoying my leftovers from yesterday and the day before. So I apologize for not doing an episode this afternoon for you already in advance. So I'm just going to cut these up, maybe quarter them. And these aren't going to take very long at all to cook, but again, if we try to just throw these in with the, when we have our omelet ready to go, stuff is not going to cook down at all. It's going to be cold in some aspects. Certainly going to be undone. That's probably a few more tomatoes than I needed, but that's alright. I'm going to shove those off to the side there. You can see this stuff's starting to cook down nicely. But I don't want to overcook it. Again, I want some of the crunchiness, but I want it to be at least warm and cooked when I go to put it in my omelet. Especially the bacon. So some of these lovely mushrooms. Again, we don't need too many. Again, these cook fast, so we don't need to cook them as long, so we want to get all that stuff in there. Let's get these back in the refrigerator here. We got our egg and cheese ready for when it's ready to go. Alright, you see our bacon's really starting to fry down nicely. Onions are starting to change color, green peppers starting to change color a bit. So they're not going to be overly done. I don't want that. That's not what I'm looking for. I still want the crispiness of it. So I'm not trying to overcook anything. I'm just trying to give it a little head start so that when you gotta be careful, stuff is going to pop with the grease. So that when I go to put it in my omelet here in a few minutes, it's somewhat cooked. Or the bacon's going to be all cooked, but the vegetables, I still want the crispiness, so I'm not trying to get them really done. I just want them warm, so when they go in the omelet comes out nice. The tomatoes going to give us some nice color in there. We got the green, the red, the egg will provide yellow, obviously. So oh yeah, you can really smell that now. The mushrooms coming through. See, we just keep stirring it up a little bit, turn it up a little bit, make sure everything's nice and ready for us. So I've really enjoyed doing this for you guys. Again, it's keeping me sane in these trying times. Hope everybody else is doing the best they can to find something they can enjoy, no matter what it is. Like I said, I know it's a really difficult time right now for all of us. Alright, so that's a lot for my center of my omelet, but that's okay. The other thing you can do is you can just turn this into scrambled eggs too. You could add your egg right now and just make it into a scrambled egg, which would be exceptional. It would use less pans and be a lot quicker actually for you if you just added your egg right now and made it into a scrambled egg. But we're going to attempt to make an omelet. I'm not promising it's going to come out perfect, especially when it comes time to flip that omelet. I've always had some difficulty with that, but that's okay. So we're going to turn our pan off for a second as we get our egg ready. So we're going to use 3 eggs. Just put them in our bowl. Now, you can use a fork to whip your eggs with, or you can use a whisk. I'm actually going to use my whisk today. I'm going to add a little bit of milk also. So add just a little bit of milk. Makes it go a little bit longer, maybe make it a little better. I don't know, it's just the way I was taught to do it. So I'm going to season these real quick, throw some pepper in there. Some salt right off the bat. Again, you don't need a whole lot of salt. So this is going to go quick once we start here. So once we get this whisked up, our pan's staying warm a little bit. I've turned it off though because I don't want it to burn the pan before I get in there. I'm going to turn it on here in a second before I put my eggs in there. I'm going to turn it back on. Okay. Ah, there we go. There we go, so we got our pan back on. As you can see the eggs, I'm just give them a good little whip down. You can use a fork, you can use a whisk, whatever is convenient for you, whatever you have. If you don't have a whisk, use a fork. I mean, if you don't have a fork, use chopsticks. I've done that many times. So now our pan is hot. Our eggs are ready to go in. And we're just going to dump them into the pan. And start to cook up. Rinse that out. Rinse this out real quick. Again, makes it easier to clean up when I'm done. Now I'm going to save this because, as I've mentioned before, I buy my eggs from a little shop down here, right around the corner from my house, and they come to me actually wrapped in newspaper. They're pretty fresh eggs. So we're going to let our eggs cook. We're not going to stir them up because if we stirred them up, that would give us the scrambled eggs. That's not really what we're looking for today. We're trying to get this omelet to get it right. So yeah, you might want to watch your sides a little bit. It's going to help later on. But we're not trying to scramble. We're just going to let this cook. It's going to brown the bottom a little bit more, but that's okay. It's just the way it happens with an omelet. So as we see it starting to cook down, starting to change the colors that it's cooking, we can go ahead and add our vegetables. I'm going to add them towards the center, and there's a lot in there. You know what, it's probably not going to make the greatest omelet. It's probably not going to flip as well as I would hope it would. Put those off to the side. Pushing this up a little bit, try to get some of this stuff that's not cooked into the areas there. This will help us when it comes time to flip this, which is where we're getting towards right now, actually. Now you can put your cheese, if you want to put some cheese in there, you can put some cheese in there. I'm actually going to put the cheese on top of it once it's done. Once I try to get it to flip over. I may need some help, so I'm going to grab my fork to help me out. Sometimes it's easier if you have a couple of things trying to flip this. Trying to break everything free. See, we have some issues there, but breaking it free like that will help when I try to go ahead and flip this and actually do the omelet, or turn it into the omelet. You see, my stove doesn't like it when I pull the pan off, so you can hear it beeping. That's the stove saying, hey, there's no pan on there. Where's your pan at? Okay, so what I'm going to probably end up doing is I'm probably going to come from that way, because it seems to be the side that's least resistance, or that's sticking together better. So I'm going to start my folding process now. As I said, I'm going to have a fork in there to help me out. And you can see it's ripping apart, but hey, you can see it's browned nicely. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit brown. It's not a perfect omelet. We had a lot of stuff in the center there, but it's going to continue to cook through. And I'm going to go ahead and put my cheese on it. I said I'm just going to put my cheese on it like this. Looks like I grabbed more cheese than I needed, but that's okay. Let me see. Another one that didn't want to come apart like the other day. So just let that cook, slow it down a little bit so the cheese melts. Once the cheese melts, it'll be pretty well done. Put that bowl over here. Whoa! Put some soap in here. So when I'm going to do dishes in a few minutes after I eat, I can have everything done. See, my cheese is melting. It means my egg's cooking inside too. Looks like we got some more people watching today. Hi everybody. Hope everybody's enjoying this. Everybody in the YouTube channel, it'll go up shortly after I eat. Facebook Live, of course, is going to go up immediately. Again, I ask that follow me on Facebook. Obviously, you already are. If you wouldn't mind, give me a like on Facebook, give me a like on the YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we'll continue cooking together for at least another week. After that, I think I'll be staying in a hotel room for a few months, so unfortunately Cooking with Liz will go on hiatus while I'm in the hotel room because there's just no way to cook in the hotel room. So there we are, an omelet. So it's not the prettiest omelet, but then again, I'm not trying to serve this to a customer at a restaurant. I hope everybody enjoyed cooking with me today. Look forward to hearing your feedback. Again, give me a like on Facebook, give me a like on YouTube, follow my YouTube channel. Greatly appreciated. Hope everybody has a great day. Please wash your hands, please stay home, please stay safe. Alright everybody, have a great day.